Good morning, friends. I am Shalini, MZC second year, and I am going to explain about pancreas. As we know, pancreas is the second largest gland in the human body, and it is also a compound gland. So, pancreas work as a two types. The first one is exocrine and endocrine. Exocrine means the gland that secrete hormones that directly pass on to the epithelial surface, whereas endocrine means the gland that secrete hormones that directly pass into the blood. Here we can see pancreatic acini acts as an exocrine. So the pancreatic acini produces a pancreatic juice. The juice contains enzymes and a sodium bicarbonate. Here the sodium bicarbonate is NaHCO3. Its function is it neutralizes the acidity of the contents of the stomach, and the enzymes that are present in the pancreatic juice are trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, amylase, lipase and maltase. So these enzymes help in the digestion of food in the intestine, as we learned in the first chapter, digestion. So within the pancreas lies clusters of cells called islets of Langerhans. It acts as an endocrine. So and it also consists of two types of cells. The first one is alpha cell and the second one is beta cells. So alpha cells produce a hormone called glucagon and the beta cells produces a hormone called insulin. So the structure of alpha cell and beta cell we can observe in the diagram. So let us discuss about the glucagon hormone. So glucagon is a peptide hormone and its main target organ is liver. Liver is the first largest gland in the body. So glucagon when it is released to increase the glucose level in our body, so it is called as hyperglycemic factor. So glucagon is released when means when our glucose level are reduced below the normal level, so to increase that the glucagon is released. So the glucagon causes the release of glucose from liver in two ways. The first one is by breakdown of glycogen into glucose. So the conversion of glycogen into glucose is known as glycogenolysis. And the second way is the conversion of amino acid and lactic acid into glucose. So in some cases the glucagon will not be produced in our body. So in that case glucagon is administered by injection to counteract diabetic hypoglycemia. Now next, coming to the insulin hormone. So insulin is a protein produced by the beta cells of islets of Langerhans. Insulin is produced to decrease the glucose level in the blood. So it is called as hypoglycemic factor. Here hypoglycemic means low blood sugar. So as a glucagon, insulin also is produced to decrease glucose level in two ways. It can decrease the glucose level in two ways. So first one is by increasing the permeability of plasma membrane for glucose and facilitates its diffusion into cells. So that this particularly in the skeletal muscle cells. So diffusion means, as you know, the movement of cells from high concentration to low concentration. So in the cells glucose will be converted into glucose 6-phosphate. So this conversion prevents the glucose from diffusing out of the cell. So this process will take place in the cytoplasm of the cell. And the second way is the conversion of glucose into glycogen and fatty acids. This takes place in the liver. Next, when shortage of insulin takes place, that results in a disease called diabetes mellitus or sugar diabetes. Here diabetes means urine and mellitus means sweet. So we can see the main symptoms of the disease include, that is first of all high blood sugar, high blood glucose levels, that is called as hyperglycemia. And the second symptom is glucose excretion in urea, that called as glucosuria, and increase in the levels of urination, that is called as polyuria. It causes dehydration. So as glucose level in the blood increases, then for the energy supply fats and proteins will be broke down. So due to oxidation of fats, ketone bodies are generated, which leads to ketoacidosis. Ketoacidosis means where the body produces high excess blood acids. So this process, the is known as ketoacidosis. So when ketoacidosis occurs, it reduces the blood pH value in our body. So normal blood pH is 7.35 to 7.45. So diabetes mellitus is of two types. Those are type 1 and type 2. So type 1 is also called as insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, in short form IDDM, and the second one, type 2 diabetes, is also called as non insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, in short form NIDDM. So the reasons why type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes are caused. So the first of all, type 1 diabetes is caused due to total deficiency of insulin. Due to that reason, type 1 diabetes causes. And one more reason also is there. In some cases, the insulin deficiency also occur due to the increased level of an enzyme called insulinase. So due to these two reasons, type 1 diabetes may occur. Type 2 diabetes is caused due to decrease in the number of insulin receptors in the plasma membrane. So why it is decreased means main due to the mutations in the genes. So it leads to a type 2 diabetes. So this type 1 diabetes mainly occur in young people at the age of 12 to 15 years. So it is also a hereditary, and it occurs only in children. So it is called as juvenile onset diabetes. When compared to type 2, it occurs in adult people, that is 35 years age. So it is called as adult onset diabetes. Thank you.